So a glass is a pretty necessary bit of equipment for any wine drinker, and we wine professionals are quite fussy about our glasses. We like them to be as plain as possible because we like to be able to see the wine without any distraction. So we like them to be completely clear, preferably not engraved or etched or coloured. And we like them to be a particular shape, actually, because once you pour wine into a glass, and to taste it you don't actually need very much, it's terribly important that you can swirl it around like that, because you want to release the smell, and you want to be able to keep the smell in the glass. So what's very helpful is if the glass goes in towards the top, so that the smell, the aroma of the wine collects in the space between the surface of the wine and the top of the glass. And the other thing we're fussy about is that the glass has a stem. I know you can buy quite expensive stemless wine glasses, but personally I don't like them because you have to hold them like that, which means, particularly if it's a white wine, you're affecting the temperature, you're warming it up. And also it's much, much, much easier to swirl the wine, that precious, precious action, if the wine has a stem, if the glass has a stem, and you're not affecting the temperature. So that is pretty much the basic ideal wine glass shape. My favourite glass is this one, which is absolutely feather light and feels as though it's going to crack in your fingers, but actually has been specially designed so that you just put an amount in which sort of fills it at its widest point. Has a lovely thin stem for swirling, and has been designed so that you can wash it in a dishwasher, which I think is wonderful because I'm not a great fan of washing glasses by hand. This is the standard sort of smart red burgundy shape. People, for some reason, there's a kind of tradition that Burgundy particularly likes even bigger bowls to open itself out in. I think it's tradition rather than science. This is another traditional shape for sherry, because sherry is a bit stronger. Traditionally, you haven't had such a big pour of it. And this is called a copita that you find in Andalusia in sherry country. And this is the sort of standard shape that they like. These are two glasses I don't actually like particularly. This was specially designed under the aegis of the Standards Organisation ages ago, just as I was starting to write about wine back in the 70s. It's called the ISO wine tasting glass. And now it's a sort of slightly bigger version of the sherry copita. And nowadays it seems so mean and tiny, and you can hardly get your nose into the top to smell that all-important aroma of a wine. And then the final glass is a very beautiful antique glass. I think perhaps it's a rummer or something like that, but it's actually pretty hopeless for tasting wine in, because it doesn't give you much leeway for swirling around. And then once you swirl, you've got to be frightfully careful that it's not actually going to spill out. And then the aroma, rather than being kept in there, is all dissipating and you're losing it. So glasses, great and not so great.